and it's recording locally. So this is the setup we used before.
So
File menu and my recordings. Oh, okay. So, hold on. Recording. Give me a second. Silence. Okay.
Good evening, everybody, and welcome to OTTO-CORRECTED. It has been a 1.5-year hiatus, but as always, we have Mitch and Axie and Patrick. That would be me. And tonight we have Nicole on the show with us. So let's jump into it. How the hell has everybody been for the last year?
A year older.
Asleep.
Sleep for a year, man. You're on the record.
Bug isn't going in my drink. Get the fuck out of here.
What did we say? No drinks.
No,
Hey.
You can have drinks. You just have to drink them.
You ended up with the Legos, so I guess we get drinks.
Hey, if you can play with Legos, I'm allowed to drink me some drink.
You're acting like there's actually something in that cup.
Yeah. You know what's sad about this group, though, is that we probably don't have alcohol in any of our cups.
That's correct. I'm drinking water as well.
I'm eating beef jerky and drinking tea.
Oh, tea.
I has nothing to drink right now.
Okay. Well, this is an exciting podcast.
Woo!
So we're gonna talk about what are we gonna talk about here?
Why don't you start off?
Okay.
Yeah, why don't we get a round robin topics going, and as we just we keep conversating organically, it will turn into this beautiful dead flower at the end.
Okay. Let's start with the movie Schindler's List.
Oh fuck! Wow, talking about a downshift.
Yeah. No.
Wait,
I don't know. We were talking about
one from the '60s.
We were talking about Legos earlier, so.
How did we get from Legos to Schindler's List?
Well, Lego isn't gonna make a Schindler's List box set. I'm gonna just let you know.
They're all like grays and whites, and then you get like 3 red ones.
Yo. Wow. Now somebody has to make this like.
I'm going to the Lego store tomorrow, and I'm going to spend money on this set. I don't
Go
think
to
they have any
Legoland and get the wall of Legos and just put it together yourself. Well, what are you building?
Pardon me, do you have the Auschwitz box set
Oh my
available?
god. Wow. Well, that's a good place to start. So yeah.
Thank you, Mitch, for running us down the fucking rabbit hole already. I feel like we can't go anywhere but up from here because we're the lowest we've possibly been in this. This is number 4 of this podcast, and
yeah,
we're starting at 0.
We went from talking about nuclear fission and the way that I can't pronounce Gar-girls, and
Gar-girls.
and then we talked about
Gar-girls.
and then I made the reference before this about that they said that I sounded like I was saying Golden Girls when I said Gar-girls, so we need to make a mashup of those two.
Thank you for being a friend.
So I don't even know. I never really watched Gargoyles. I'm gonna just screw it. I haven't watched Golden Girls in a while, so.
Oh, you can say Golden Girls perfectly, but you can say gargoyles.
I'm just gargling when I say it.
That actually sounded.
Oils.
The word gargling actually sounded more like gargoyles than. When
So
you
I'm just gonna say gargling every time I reference that show.
Oils.
Gargling
Gargling
girls?
oils. Viscous.
Ew.
Viscous for her pleasure.
So what was the one with the cowboy cows? They were like cows that.
Cowboys of Mumesa.
Yes, Cowboys of Mumesa. And why I remember that is because I had a shaving kit. It was a kid's shaving kit. Of course, it didn't have a razor. It had the shaving cream and it had the shaver, but it was like a Cowboys of Mumesa like shaving kit for kids.
I kind of want to hear the theme song now.
We're good. You can do that after.
Can you do an acapella for me, Mitch? Of course not. At least I know the opening lines.
Shoe up. I don't know. I don't even know how it goes.
What is that? The Carlton dance?
Yeah, I don't even know how it starts. Like, I don't remember any of the theme songs.
It's not.
Okay, well, I'm not sure how we got here, but
okay.
Mitch had a good idea of something to talk about earlier in relation to 3D printing.
Oh, okay.
So you can head that off because I don't know much about it, but I did see the headline. I didn't read it though.
Oh, guns in 3D printing?
Right.
Apparently, we're not allowed to 3D print guns anymore.
Well, they can't release the files or something, or they said now that they can release the files. I don't remember. Actually, I never looked it up either. But it just it's sensationalized recently. But
no, if I'm not mistaken, I actually did read this article, and the U.S. Supreme Court ruled that it is unconstitutional to say that people cannot 3D print guns. So they have released the files to be able to ship.
Oh, well, they were already released like a couple years ago.
Oh yeah. But they shut it down.
But who has used one to kill copious amounts of people?
No one.
No one.
So actually,
bringing it up now, I feel like putting it in the public eye is going to make someone say, "Oh, there's an idea."
I'm just saying.
Yeah, to be fair,
yeah.
When you shoot a gun that has been 3D printed, chances are it's not going to fire the way that a mass-produced gun would fire.
Well, not at all.
Right.
I mean, it might explode in your hand, most likely.
Pretty much.
Yeah.
Like skills. I mean,
But you can still do steel barrels. Like you can use the barrel of a regular gun. The rest of the gun is polymer. I mean, most guns are polymer anyway, other than the barrel. Like the barrel and the firing mechanism are usually metal.
If I had to like pick a 3D printed gun, I know for a fact I'd never pick anything bigger than a Derringer because your rate of failure is going to be higher with the more material you have and the more complicated the mechanism is. So my vote is never ever 3D print a shotgun.
Well, the Liberator is basically a Derringer. I mean, it's a single shot 380. And somebody at the Makerspace, we're not going to talk about the Makerspace, but somebody at the Makerspace did make one, and he said it just exploded, and it exploded when he fired it, like the barrel part did, because it's layers of plastic, like it's not a continuous solid mass of plastic.
It's not molded.
Yeah, it's not molded, and even if it was molded, like nobody still makes a barrel out of plastic.
Here's my thing. You know, people are like, "Oh, it puts guns in the criminals' hands quicker." Here's my problem with that statement. If a criminal has money to buy a 3D printer, they probably don't need to be a criminal.
Or how about this thought? If your 3D printing is basically the outer shell, and you still have to create all the mechanism and the barrel and all that, couldn't you just create something similar from a trip to Home Depot?
Yeah,
I mean you don't need
exactly.
You know how easy it is to make a potato gun?
I love potato guns.
I have no clue.
I have a picture of me with a 7-foot-tall one I built, and only fired it in the city limits in Tennessee.
So to make a potato gun, you basically need PVC pipe and connectors,
and glue,
and that's pretty much it. Like maybe a lighter or some kind of
you don't
shocker mechanism.
What we used, I just bought a grill ignition kit.
Yeah, grill ignition, which is basically an igniter, and then hairspray. And you use, Aquanet hairspray works well for 3D printers, but it also works for.
Aquanet is the best fuel, hands down, for potato cannon.
And also, you can do compressed air.
See what it does for people's hair.
Yeah. You can actually use compressed air as well with PVC if you seal it right.
But then again, PVC is like, if I'm gonna make something that I have to put under pressure, I am not using PVC.
Oh, so you mean like gas? Because that's what our gas lines are. PVC.
Our gas lines are PVC.
Gas lines are PVC.
Owning a house 101.
Water lines are actually plastic too. Nowadays.
But the PVC has pressure in it. There's pressure in both.
Yeah. Well,
like 50 or 60 psi in water lines.
On my job, they're actually they use it for vacuum pumps. So the suction of the table is actually done through PVC as well. So
I think ours is about 100 psi.
Through
water.
Water?
Mm-hmm.
Well, water doesn't pressurize. It's pressure. Oh, you talking about? Okay, behind. Yeah. I mean, water's not compressible, but there is usually a different way to measure pressure for water. But yeah, either way, air leaks a little bit easier than water leaks. And you're talking about airlines, but anyway, I hear Legos again.
You hear Legos,
Because you also around like a damn raccoon over there in the Lego bin trying to find the one damn piece that's at the bottom.
Eat more jerky, bitch.
She's looking for the red piece.
The red piece, the one that's in your hand, like the whole time. I know, I was like that too. When I was a kid, I would do that. I would be looking for this like one specific piece, and it was in my hand the whole time, and then I would get frustrated.
I got jerky crumbs all over my crotch.
Or you were like sitting on it or something.
Oh, it's fancy. Is when I had a Lego kit, I had it was like a broom for Legos. Like you roll it across the carpet, and it actually would sweep up the Legos into a.
Okay, it's sounding amazing.
Yeah, that was pretty cool.
Where can I obtain this mechanism?
Probably on eBay for $1 bajillion.
I will show you.
They're expensive. Like anything Lego related on eBay is just like crazy expensive.
I will show you the greatest thing that Lego has ever created.
Naked grandma.
This right here.
I can't see what that is.
That
Is it
Oh.
a brick puller?
You can't show
That is
people
a
stuff on a podcast.
It's a what? I'm sorry?
Well, you guys can see it.
It's a brick
Verbally
puller.
Yeah.
describe it to me.
It's one of the pullers you put on
Yeah.
the bricks to peel apart.
It's a Lego separator.
Yes.
It's an orange
I
lever.
did not know that that was in existence.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I mean, because
I
especially
am
when you have
very
the
novice, apparently, when it comes to Lego.
if you have two flat pieces on top of each other, it's
It
like
doesn't
almost
screw
an there's no seam between them, so you can't use your fingernails to pry them apart. So
A lot
that's
of
like
my
like-
Legos have teeth marks.
That's what
Yeah.
I was about to say. About
Yeah.
half my Legos have teeth marks in the side.
It's
exactly
true.
right.
Okay, this will save your teeth from chipping.
Whoa, I've never chipped my teeth.
How
I don't
much
bite
is that?
hard.
Lego sells them for I
$12
think
bucks.
$2.99.
oh, that's not bad.
acceptable.
299? That's a lot. If we're talking about Legos.
I've seen the price of that.
Oh
kids.
my god, this is what you should get. So this is not the same one. This is for Duplo blocks, but this is essentially what I was using.
Okay,
Uh,
Duplos are the same as Legos. They're made by the same company.
Yeah.
Yeah, but they're bigger.
One's for
Yeah, they're
bitches.
made for younger kids.
No.
Yeah. Well, essentially what it was is like this big bin, and the front of it had rollers, and it had like these sweepers
Yeah,
on the
they
front
still
of
have
it.
those.
Yeah, and it rolled.
Yeah.
It swept. I swept the Legos back up into the bin so you could reuse them.
When I worked at the Toys R Us, that was one of the hot items that year.
Actually,
How much was it?
It was like
this is the exact one that I had. It's about $50 now, but it's the Lego Brick Vac Kid Powered Vacuum Sweeper number 1666.
Okay, and that looks badass also. I
That's
mean,
from
it's
1991. Yeah.
It's got the brick panel on top.
Oh yeah, it does have a brick panel on the top. I forgot about
So
that.
yeah, so you can stick them to it or whatever. I mean, there's several options.
kid power. That's fancy for
Yeah.
saying y'all parents ain't got to buy no end of batteries.
I mean,
Yeah.
and that's great. I would rather just drag it along the floor and pick them up quickly than having to purchase batteries for it.
So I've been doing a lot of like toy collecting lately, and one thing I've been looking for is Mighty Ducks toys, and you know how hard those are to come by.
I had a few Mighty
Wait,
Ducks
there's a Mighty
toys.
Duck toy.
Motherfucker,
They're-
you've never seen the Mighty Ducks, the cartoon?
No,
You gotta
actually,
remember, some of us were
Hang
sheltered,
on.
Mitch.
I had Cartoon Network. I was fancy. I had cable. Sorry. That was my privilege of having cable as a child.
What's cable?
Well, I don't know.
The PBS.
It's that thing where you steal
I
your
don't
neighbor's
watch
porn.
Mighty Ducks. I mean, I can see them and I can.
Yeah, I'm just dropping a very generic link.
If it's Clifford the Big Red Dog, no, we're not talking about that.
You don't like Clifford?
Wait, that was a good cartoon, wasn't
Okay.
it?
Oh, I had all the.
That was seeming. Clifford the Big Red Dog should not exist. Should have been put down a long time ago.
You can't put him down.
Oh, it's not the one with
No,
Charlie
it's not
Sheen's brother.
Emilio Estevez.
Yeah.
Jesus.
What are you guys talking about?
Well,
The
isn't
Michael
it based
Ducks
on the
movie.
same thing, or isn't? Because they're
No,
hockey
it's
players.
something-
They're called the
So, I don't know. Why were ducks so incredibly popular in the 90s?
Because DuckTales and like.
There was DuckTales, there was Darkwing Duck.
No, Darkwing
Mighty
Duck was
Ducks.
amazing.
I know, I love
Daring
Darkwing Duck. He was one of my
mystery.
favorites.
Master of
But it was like the ducks were just rolling.
Okay.
Animal.
I will say this. I love the reboot of DuckTales.
Woohoo.
Oh yeah, the new one is really good. It has.
I just
yeah.
think that the father or uncle or whatever he is, his voice is too difficult to understand. They should have made him.
Well,
a
he's
little bit
Scottish.
Yes, he's
He
Scottish.
really is Scottish. Like,
He really is Scottish.
and Scottish people aren't really easy to understand.
True.
Sorry to any Scots out there.
Hey, who is
I
it?
like your kilts.
I think everybody loves the Scott and Kill.
True. I also like. What's her name? Amy from Doctor Who. Karen Gillian.
Yes.
I haven't seen the new. I haven't seen Doctor Who in like 2.5, 3 years.
She's also on the new not Jungle Book, Jumanji.
Yes.
The new Jumanji movie.
Yes,
the-
I have seen her.
As
Yeah.
who?
Which really made
she's
me
the
sad
girl
because
in the movie. Like, there's Jack Black,
There's
The
a
Rock.
couple-
The Jumanji reboot
hold on.
really made me sad.
Is it that
Because-
bad? Because I haven't seen it yet.
No, it
Oh, that was
wasn't. It was the fact that there's a scene in there where they kind of paid homage to Robin Williams, and it
Oh,
really
that's
hit me
nice.
hard.
Oh, that's nice. I need to watch it. I was gonna rent it, but I didn't want to pay the full price because they didn't have a rental yet.
Really, dude,
Yeah.
just pay the freaking rental.
You know,
No,
if
it's
you
not a
want-
rental. It's like $20 to buy it. Like,
If you use Voodoo, you can rent movies on there for
Yeah.
$2.99 for 24 hours.
I also have a Plex server to legally watch TV shows for anybody on the internet listening.
Oh, her.
Okay.
Yeah.
I know who you're talking about.
Ooh, Mission Impossible Fallout. Yes, please.
Yeah, I do want to see that. So I have a friend that is making a. Well, I have two friends. One of the friends that's making a R2D2.
Mitch has two friends.
Yeah, I have more than two friends. They're on this podcast.
Yay.
So he's not talking about me.
Oh, shut up.
Hey, you can do the math.
Yeah, 1 + 1 equals potato bug.
That's kind of cute.
So I have 2.5 friends here. No, but anyway, one's making R2D2, 3D printed R2D2. The other person is making a fully 3D printed BB-8. That's actually remote control and automated and everything.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah, so that's gonna be really neat.
I don't have friends. No.
Aww.
Womp, womp.
Womp
That's
womp.
right. You can go to the Lego store and buy friends.
Oh yeah, you can.
Well, yeah,
Yes.
I'm sure if you have enough money, you can buy anything.
No, they actually have a kit for girls called Lego Friends.
I know. I own a few of those sets
Okay.
because they have tour buses and they have zoos and parks and all kinds of things that work really well in the
Veterinary
city.
clinics.
Yeah, they have veterinarian clinics. Show me where Lego cares about the dogs.
They do.
They have Lego dogs.
Euthanasia.
It's like that Barbie doll that births a child.
Yes.
Oh yeah.
Midge.
Teen Mom Barbie.
Hey, in other news, speaking of maternal television, was it MTV celebrated its like 36th anniversary or something. Like, I can't remember what it was. The other day, last week, it was all over the fucking news.
And they celebrated by not showing any music on MTV.
No, they did, and TRL's back. DJ
Okay.
Sway.
Neat.
Yeah, exactly.
I never watched really MTV that much. I was too young, I guess, to appreciate it.
I watched MTV.
With the Carson Daily.
Okay, so
No, I remember all of it. I just never watched it because it was not
August-
good.
Sorry, August 1st, 1981.
See, I was like, right, I said 36.
Launched with the words "Ladies and gentlemen, rock and roll."
Yes. And the first,
Spoken by John Lack and played over footage of the first space shuttle launch countdown
Yes.
of Columbia.
and also, The first music video ever played on MTV was "Video Killed the Radio Star" by the Buggles.
How ironic.
Yeah, now the internet has killed everything. Like Toys R Us and...
Okay,
Yeah.
Toys R Us was killed by something completely different.
No. Amazon's prices, coupled
And
with
free
being
shipping.
able and free shipping and being able to find anything, has killed them. Like,
Well,
coupled
okay.
with the fact that people don't want to go outside anymore.
Well,
okay,
they do. Kids like to go pick out toys. They like to touch
Yeah.
them, play with them,
Yeah.
push the buttons.
you like
But
the
let's
test
be
toy.
honest.
the problem
Toys
is
R
the
Us
adults
did not
don't.
shed a single tear when they tore down all the other competition, which were physical, like brick and mortar stores, like KB Toys, for instance.
Oh yeah, KB Toys. I forgot about that.
Yeah, so once they created a monopoly, basically, then they couldn't keep up with the times. Amazon was offering better prices. I mean, so were other stores, even Walmart.com. And although they offered price match, nobody knew that. I didn't know they offered price match. They didn't advertise it well enough.
Oh, here's another thing. In case you guys were curious, speaking of KB Toys, they have re-upped their copyright to their name, and there is talks of them putting a few stores back now that they have nobody to compete with.
Yeah, they should just go back to like. The only reason I went there is because they had Nerf and Lego, more Lego kits and Nerf kits than Target or Walmart.
Yeah.
I
Um,
do like.
And they also have Hot Wheels. They had a better Hot
And I
Wheels
wouldn't
selection.
even focus on Lego because Lego has their own stores pretty much everywhere.
Yeah, they're just not as close. I don't
But
think.
they also allow competitors to sell for
Yeah.
Right.
for
That's
them.
right.
So here's two solid examples as to why the internet is ultimately beating the crap out of almost every brick and mortar store except groceries. One, here's first example's great. So I was at Hot Topic the other week, and I saw. Oh,
What's that?
sorry, I was squeaking a chair.
Yeah.
I'll quit moving.
I can audibly hear that you move when you talk.
Great.
I can hear him.
I'm not chewing anything, asshole.
So that mic is so good you can hear who farted.
Okay, so here's what I gotta say. I was at Hot Topic the other day, a brick and mortar store that I frequent because I collect pop vinyls, and they're one of my favorite things on earth. Don't judge me.
I'm gonna judge. I'm gonna judge
Hey.
hard.
I don't care. I got space pants out of that adventure, so
Yeah, you did.
Oh, you got Space Pants finally!
yes, space pants.
Yay, space pants. But they had this really cute Cthulhu plush made by Funko for $36.60. I was like, no, I'm not spending $40 on a plush. But I went home and I just on a whim, I went to Walmart.com and seen if I could find it. I found it for $6 each, $5.96 each. So I bought two of them, one for me and one for my daughter. And they showed up, and they were free of shipping charge because I wouldn't pick them up at the store. And then I picked them up. Literally an hour later, I get an email saying there was a price drop in something I previously bought. And the price drop was on the Cthulhu plush. They dropped it from $5 down to $2.96, and then I bought 4 more of them. So, I mean,
Which is a bad practice on
Yeah.
their part. You just purchased something, but now it's half price for what you bought it for.
But I'm still happy as a customer because I have less than $20 into. Well, I have a little over $20 into 4 of these or 6 of them, and I haven't paid shipping. I get a notification when they're ready to pick up, and they're adorable. So, I mean, that's a win-win. Another good example is if you're trying to find tires. I went to 5 or 6 in my area, this little podunk bullshit town. But I went to every tire store around here. Nobody could get a set of tires put on my car for less than $370. And I went on Walmart.com. I found 4 tires for $170, in my size, shipped right to my house, which I still think's amazing, with free shipping. They showed up. I threw them in the car.
They showed up as naked tires, by the way.
Yeah, they didn't wrap them. They were
Wait.
Naked tires.
Yeah.
yeah.
It's very sexy.
Well, I was getting ready to go to McDonald's because I'm fat, and I walked outside at 9 p.m, and lo and behold, 4 tires sitting at the door. So I'm like, okay.
Wait, so how did you get them put on? You just take them to a place?
I went to Walmart, and because I bought them off of Walmart.com, they only charge $10 a tire to put them on.
So wait, you had to take the tires from your house in the car, take it to Walmart, even though they couldn't they just ship it to the store and then put it on?
No, these didn't have the store shipping available, or I would have done it.
That's
because
stupid.
they didn't actually ship from Walmart.
No, they shipped from
A third party.
Okay.
that Walmart uses.
Yeah, I've done that with Tire Rack. They just sent they sent me tires from
I
Tire Rack.
actually compared the prices to Tire Rack, and Tire Rack was still like $30 more than what I could get them at Walmart for.
So you know, this is like a completely adult.
$210, you know, which would have cost you at the, you know, you basically saved $160 minimum. You could have
Exactly.
saved even more than that.
I think that's a damn good savings. And, you know, as much as I bitch about Walmart because they are like a conglomerate and they have a stranglehold on pretty much every price.
Well, so is Costco.
Well, I mean, yeah, but I don't
we
shop at
benefit
Costco.
from it. That's the bottom
Yeah.
line.
People do benefit from it, but the more honest people who shop at places who steal and things like that shrink causes so many issues. For those who listening who don't know, shrink means theft and loss of merchandise and blah 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 blah. Employee theft falls in there. But another thing to realize is our Walmart actually had that scan and go thing for a little over 4 months.
And they lost a lot of money.
$2 million more than they usually do in a year in 4 months.
So
Because
I'm fine with
people
buying
were using
online
it to
because
steal.
there's only so many ways you can steal from it. You know, you can steal from Amazon by just false claims on, you know, stuff being
Right.
stolen and stuff.
Right.
But
I'm
it's a
still
pain in the ass.
it's probably still cheaper than like having a brick and mortar store.
Well, not only that, I've seen people and heard of people getting lucky on like buying something and boom, the price is wrong, so you just buy a bunch of them. I don't think that's stealing. I think that's, you know, whoever programmed stuff and loaded it in.
Yeah.
That should be their fault. not
Except for,
mine.
you know, the warehouses are pretty terrible to work at too. So, like.
Okay, so basically, I'm gonna change subject here.
Okay.
Thank you.
Oh, it's too adult. Sorry.
No, it's
No,
too boring.
welcome. Yeah, exactly.
And I lost another Lego piece.
Oh.
There it is. Anyways, so I have been playing cell phone games.
Oh yeah? Which one?
I have been playing Clash of Clans for a while.
Oh god. No, I did
Got
that.
bored with that. And now there's a new game that I've been playing called Royal Chaos.
Royal Chaos? Royal Chaos.
Royal?
You need
Yeah.
to learn how to.
Gar-girls!
Gar-girl chaos.
Wait, I'm looking this up now. What is it called? Royal Chaos.
Royal Chaos.
Okay.
Now, it's the thing that got me intrigued by it is it talks about concubines and harems.
Oh, this is one of those anime things.
Sounds like a
Kind of. Now, it is in English, but the voice acting is in Chinese. So I just turned my cell phone's thing down because I can't understand shit. But I can understand the text. Now, the interesting thing is, the animation on it is so good. Like, I was expecting to be like, oh, it's gonna be the same images over and over. It's a fighting game, I will admit. There's a lot of images that repeat. But the animation in it is so well done.
There's a game that I think I played the most out of any game ever when I used to work at a call center. Instead of actually working, I played this game like nonstop, and it was a running game. It's called Wind Runner, WIND space Runner Adventure, and it's kind of anime-ish, but it's essentially a running game. And
so like, what's the Temple Run like?
yeah, it's like Temple Run,
Temple Run.
but it kind of has like anime-ish themes, like chibi versions of characters, but it was like it was really stupid. But you get to the point where you actually are developing muscle memory for a mobile game, and you run the same level over and over and over again. You get to the point where you like grind through this whole thing, and I think I probably was in the top 100 at least, but I put at least 100, 200 hours into this game, if not more.
You gotta remember, everybody's trying to get something to replace our Flappy Bird obsession.
Wait,
I mean, it's essentially a Flappy Bird.
Like,
but the thing is, the whole reason why mobile games are popular,
was Angry Birds.
I think Flappy Bird was kind of it made everybody notice. Like people were really trying to get that back, and creator just said, "Nope, I'm done with it."
Yeah, it was a good game though.
And went home. It was, I will agree, but I don't know. I'm just looking for something to fill the void.
Yeah, that's pretty much what mobile games are for, though.
Sausage.
Yeah.
Like mobile games are to play while you're supposed to be listening to somebody, and you don't really care.
That or taking a shit.
Oh, that too, yeah.
That's when I use them the most.
Well, I use them on the airplane so that's one of the thing too is I travel a
You're
lot.
not supposed to use your cell phone while you're in the air.
Well, yeah, I am. I mean, you just put in airplane mode. I mean, what else are you gonna do in the airplane? Like I watched on Netflix. There's this show called Glow, GLOOW, and it's the glamorous ladies of wrestling, but it's actually like a Netflix original about this show.
It happened in the 80s.
Yeah, it happened in the 80s, but they're like recreating it, the story behind it, and it's actually pretty interesting.
It's not bad.
It's pretty good.
I do like the fact that Netflix is bringing out really good shows. Like, I like Orange is the New Black, although after this previous season, I don't know how the hell they're going to...
No spoilers, but I know that I didn't even think there was going to be another season.
I don't know if there's going to be another one.
Doesn't watch a show?
Yes.
No. The other one that was really good is Lost in Space. Like
I've never seen that one.
That's probably one of the best like Netflix originals.
Will Robinson.
Yeah. Well, that's what I like about it is they're trying to do the old show but not like modernize it. They're trying to modernize it but like make it like a legit sci-fi show. And so far they've done a good job.
How do you legit make it not? I don't know. It seems like it either is or is not.
Well, I mean, it is a legit show, but I mean, it's a good show. I like it. I like that they kind of made it somewhat scientific. Like they tried to, like they have a 3D printer in it, which by coincidence is actually pretty realistic, except for they use it as a plot device in the show. But and now I'm gonna play Windrunner for the next 5 years. So
I got a good. Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
No, go ahead. I'm gonna be playing a mobile game.
What is the most uncomfortable movie that you've ever watched?
Uncomfortable how?
Anyway, just describe why.
The movie of my mother giving birth.
Okay.
Deep.
Let's go with something that was at least
Mass
been released on DVD.
Unless your mom released that on DVD.
Yeah. Did your mother release this on DVD and or in the theaters?
No, it was on VHS and
doesn't count.
So straight to VHS
it's
movie.
Somehow mysteriously
only one was made.
It somehow mysteriously disappeared and
So there was this.
And then you found it in your brother's house. It was weird. It was really awkward.
There was this movie called Theodorus Rex, and they had Whoopi Goldberg.
Oh, yes, I remember.
That's one of the the only time me and my mom actually had to return a movie back to Blockbuster.
So what was wrong with it? Like, how did it make you uncomfortable?
It was terrible. Like it wasn't good. Like I was little and it wasn't good. Like it was cheesy. It was beyond like the 90s cheesy. Like it was like Kung Fury but bad. Like
You did not get on the floor. You did not walk like a dinosaur.
Oh God.
I was hoping y'all would come up with something more horror genre.
I
Horror genre? I'm so desensitized. It doesn't matter to me.
I love horror, and I'm really looking to watch something very. I don't know. Something that shocks me.
I think Hostel would be the only one that I would imagine would be the worst.
I've seen Hostel.
Really?
Okay, so I really gotta tell you about this. This is not me. This is what happened to my mother and father. All right.
Okay.
And no, we're not talking about the video.
Okay, perfect.
Okay, so there's this movie that came out. I do believe it had not Antonio Banderas, Quentin Tarantino or something like that. The movie was called From Dusk Till Dawn.
I think I've heard of it.
I've heard of it.
When my mom saw the previews and such, she thought it was a spaghetti western.
What the fuck is a spaghetti western?
Yeah,
it's the old western movies used to use Italians instead of Indians.
No. You ever see like
like
I was
Olive Garden
believing it.
western?
That's true.
It's really pretty much like campy western movies, like Westward Ho. A lot of the what's his name? The Duke movies. A lot of really, really old, like you could tell you're going way out west type deal. Cowboys, Indians, the like that.
Right.
Well, the movie was called From Dusk Till Dawn. My mother, she thought it was a spaghetti western. From Dusk Till Dawn is actually about vampires in a bordello that abduct their people, that basically suck the blood out and be like vampires. And a guy who basically goes to the wrong bordello looking to get laid. Well, they really found out that was the hard way. So she paid full price to go see a movie in the movie theater, and about 20 minutes later, she's like, "Nope." Came back home.
Cowboys versus Aliens was also like that.
Oh yeah.
I mean, Daniel Craig was awesome in that movie.
Yeah, I only watched it because of Olivia Wilde, but no, he was actually really good in it.
There was one movie, Space Needs Mom.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I think I remember
Space
that
Needs
one.
Parents or some shit.
Yeah.
Space Needs Moms.
And it was just bad.
What's the one with the whole thing was like a Pepsi advertisement, and it was me and my Martian or whatever, me and my.
Are you talking about the one with Christopher Lloyd?
The one that was an ET like knockoff.
Did it have Christopher Lloyd in it?
Hold on, let me see. E.T. I think it was a movie knockoff. Mac and Me. It was called Mac and Me.
Okay, My Favorite Martian's the one I'm thinking of.
No.
Have any of you ever seen Lars and the Real Girl?
Oh yeah, I was gonna mention that I wanted to see if Lego actually sells a real doll kit.
No.
What?
I don't think so.
You can make one.
Can you imagine how ouch that would be?
Yeah, I know. It's like stepping on the Lego, but actually like worse.
Put your dick into it.
Mitch is fantasizing about fucking Lego, so let's move on.
Okay, yeah.
Speaking of fucking things, while at yard sales today, I found this really nice velvet tube. I'm not going to go into details. It was just in a random bag I got. Interesting.
It was just a tube with velvet? Made out of velvet?
Yeah.
Well, it had something on it.
Oh.
I think you found somebody's sock.
Is it like a Crown Royal bag?
No, it's a
undie bands.
undie bands. It's like hair bands for chicks.
What?
Really?
They're hair. You know those really thin hair bands.
Yeah.
That's what it is.
Okay.
But why is it in a tube that's made of velvet? No one knows.
Because if she gets the hair bands, he gets the tube.
It's a twofer.
I think maybe it was a hairband that lost its elastic.
That's probably what
No,
it
it's
is.
a plastic tube.
While looking up what the Christopher Lloyd alien movie was, Martian movies that Google suggests, one of them is Santa Claus Conquers the Martians.
Nice.
Okay, that's a classic.
What about
I've
Ginger
heard-
Dead Man? Y'all ever seen that?
Ginger Dead Man?
Yeah,
No.
it's great.
So, okay, there was a really, really weird one I watched a long time ago about monsters underneath the bed, and it was all
Was it a
these...
Disney movie?
I don't know. But it had, I think, Howie Mandel. Maybe.
You got me Googling all these weird things.
Like, it sounds like it might have been Howie Mandel, but I
Little
don't...
Monsters?
Yes!
Oh yeah, I remember that.
Yes. That was really bad.
Yep, Howie Mandel was Maurice.
Speaking of movies, I don't know if I'm the only one who feels this way, and probably not, but I think that all of the things that, you know, the visuals that I've seen from the new Winnie the Pooh movie, the Christopher Robin movie, is creepy. Like, they look too realistic or something. I'm not really
I
sure.
think
Well,
it's not
Like they
within
have
furry
dirty
territory,
fur.
is it?
They're
Yeah.
dirty and things.
Well,
I don't know. It's
They're
very dark.
basically going with how Christopher actually started out. Those were how the original Winnie the Pooh and all that actually looked. Now, the way that we see it and we remember it is how Disney gentrified it, but the original looked just like how they're picturing it in the movie.
I don't know. I watched a video
What
also
a great use
of
of the word
them.
gentrify.
I know, of them
Disney
playing
and
like
gentrification.
horror movie music over the visual part of the. Patrick, do you remember this?
What?
The Christopher Robin movie where they played like horror.
Oh, yes. I found a fan-made trailer using the same footage, and they turned it into a horror movie. It was great.
And it was so easy to do because they used a lot of like muted colors in the movie.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's basically how London is, very diluted. We love you, London.
I've never been there. I want to go.
Oh.
Eventually. Sometime.
Yeah, London would be fun. I want to go next year because my dad and I have been planning to go to the Goodwood Festival of Speed, where they take all the old like Le Mans cars from the 60s and 70s and they race them on this track.
That
And
sounds fun.
It looks like a lot of fun. There used to be a Speed Channel. I think it was called Speed Channel. And then they renamed it to something else, but I don't think they exist anymore. But it was just a channel just of like car shows and car racing and stuff like that. And I used to
remember
watch it
when
all the
I
time.
was growing up and we actually had cable, there was whatever channel turned into Spike TV.
G4,
They had, I think so.
the Ninja Warrior channel,
Yeah.
the Cops
Don't
channel.
Get eliminated.
But they always had good car shows on there on the weekends. Like, there's this redneck guy who just did shit to like cars and trucks every weekend.
Yeah, I think I remember.
Fiction shows. And...
I had Jessie from she did the MythBusters when Carrie Bynum was out. Forgot her. Jessie Combs, that's her name. Her and some other guy was doing like a truck show. I remember that.
Spike TV was originally TNN.
there it is.
Yeah, TNN. Yeah.
Good old Ted Turner's news networks.
He owns TBS is also one of those shows, right?
Yeah. That dude has a gap in his teeth bigger than the damn Mississippi River.
I like the Conan O'Brien. They had I forgot the guy's name, but he would do a Ted Turner like on riding on the buffalo, like caricature. Even though it was like TBS network.
I think that was that Conan or was that?
No, it was the other guy from SNL. I forgot his name. But he did a really good job. I don't watch Conan O'Brien anymore. Like I like his show, but I just
on Facebook a lot. I don't know. I like James Corden. I like
he does good job.
Jimmy Fallon.
I liked Craig Ferguson.
Yeah, Craig Ferguson was really good. I think it was underrated. It was underrated for a talk show though. Like, I think he wasn't really
silly.
I think CBS didn't really like advertise for a show or anything. They just kind of he was just on.
Oh yeah, we'll give you a show. Nobody's gonna watch it at this time.
Yeah.
I used to watch David Letterman all the time.
Yeah, Letterman, Leno.
I never watched Leno.
I know a lot of people.
Who's
I
the
couldn't
one guy
stand
that I really
Leno.
love?
What is it with people not like Leno? He was like a. Really
I just didn't like him. He just seemed.
I only watch his car show because his car show is actually really good.
Who's the guy that we saw yesterday on the YouTube video? That you thought was interviewing Tom Hanks. What's his name? I can't think of it off the top of my head. I used to watch him all the time.
Jimmy Kimmel? No.
Uh-oh.
Yeah, fuck.
Oh man.
Stephen Colbert?
Yes, I loved the Colbert Report.
Yeah, I watch the clips on YouTube. It's pretty good.
Yeah, he was great.
Actually, speaking of those shows, Trevor Noah is pretty good too.
He's really smart. Like for
the new Daily Show host.
I didn't like.
He
him
does a
at
lot of
first
research.
because I didn't like that he was replacing. But
Jon Stewart though, man, he was great.
Jon Stewart was great. But I do like
can't
Trevor
remember
Noah.
who was before him.
Nope.
Before Jon Stewart.
Before Jon Stewart.
I don't think anybody watched. Nobody watched Comedy Central before that.
I remember the Man Show and.
Oh yeah, I remember
all
that.
kinds of random shit on Comedy Central.
I only watched it because of BattleBots. Like BattleBots is the only reason I watched Comedy Central.
BattleBots was on Comedy Central.
Yep.
Yeah.
2000 something to 2006.
Mitch is
Yeah.
like, here's the years, motherfucker.
Yeah.
Look it
No,
up.
look it up because it had Carmen Electra and it had these two announcers and they kind of were making fun of it in a way. Like.
Well, if it's on Comedy Central, they almost have to be.
Well, yeah, but like it wasn't like they made it a sport, but it wasn't like it's not like it is now. Like now they actually make it like I don't know. They make it legit, yeah. So now it's on the Science Channel. It used to be on ABC.
Here's Megalodon stats. He's 0 for 3 this year.
Yeah.
Going in from 30-yard line.
Yeah, I like that they actually try to make it a real sport though. Like.
Oh man. Yeah,
anything
I gotta say, I enjoyed BattleBots. Like it is one of my favorite shows I watched as a kid.
Yeah.
My parents, well, my mom, my family didn't get shit. Like my family are the same people who got mad at me for buying books.
What are you trying to do? Learn?
You think you better than us, boy, because you can read?
Oh God.
Reading's the devil.
He's fancy because he's smart. He can read all his alphabet.
No, it's not that. I think
You just like
I don't know.
like
I
most of
heard
East
them call
Texas.
you a
Texas.
nerd
My
and
family.
everything. I mean, and you're not that nerdy to me.
Well, no, you are a nerd,
I am.
but not that that's a bad thing in this group.
There's a difference between nerd and geek. I would say he's more of a geek.
Well, here's the other thing. Like,
No, you're definitely a geek. Yeah, you're right.
I learn my craft that I have to do for my job, and we were out with some friends this evening, and I got a phone call from work. Granite people, and like I'm just spouting off all this stupid information that involves granite and like the things.
Granite
that need to be
accessories.
done. Yes,
Kind of like propane.
we're buying granite and granite accessories.
Damn it, Bobby.
Damn it, Bobby Bob. But but you know, I sounded professional because that's what I have to do. Like, not just sound professional, but
God dang it! Why have we gotta be adults?
because like that's the thing. Like, You know,
and we're adults, so we can play with Lego when we're in our house that we own.
We're adults, so we can afford nice things.
Yeah,
like Legos.
Yeah, or 3D printers.
I'm getting ready to make a land investment. Ooh.
Ooh.
Okay, that's
we were just. More than I think we started the conversation. What was our boring conversation about? Was something adult?
Bills.
Bills and
Bills. I don't even remember. That was so long ago.
It was.
Like 15 minutes ago.
Oh, time always flies when you're having fun, and conversation's always fun.
So if I sent my bill, like the bill companies, like if I send all my bills like Legos instead of payment.
Pay all your bills in quarters. They love that.
Oh, I'm doing it in pennies. My last car payment's gonna be done in pennies. I'm gonna ship it to them.
You should find something that's worth less than a penny, like a peso or a ruble.
Like Enron stock.
Like Bitcoin in 10 years.
Yeah. Yeah, like give them defunct stocks.
No, give them a USB flash drive. Like, here's a mining program for Bitcoin. Just plug this into your computer, and in 3 years, you'll have my last payment.
After you have pay all the electricity for it, for the mining.
Oh man, I watch a bunch of random shit on YouTube, and one of them just happens to be people buying mystery boxes. The best one I ever found was somebody who spent like 30 grand on one, and got 1 Bitcoin and some other cryptocurrency on a flash drive.
That's pretty good though. If you got 1 Bitcoin.
Yeah, like 1 whole Bitcoin. Jesus, that's a lot. But what happens if that flash drive ever corrupts?
Oh yeah, that sucks.
Or you don't tell somebody about it, and then they override that.
They download porn instead of Bitcoin.
Hey, I just deleted this file off there. I didn't know if you needed it or anything.
Who actually downloads, keeps it on, physical media, with the internet?
It's like people, that's why, Playboy 2 years ago pulling the plug on their magazine makes total sense. It's like, who's going into a news store anymore? Going to the back aisle where they have the brown paper bags over the adult section that you have to lift and
convenience stores in the middle of nowhere, Texas.
Yeah, exactly. It's like you're going to the back of the store filled with kids and adults.
We know what you're doing back there.
And people just hear this shit and see you red-faced, hold the magazine to your chest like it's the fucking Hope Diamond, walking to the goddamn
do you
front
remember?
of the store.
It was only 5 or so years ago where you could walk into Walmart and go in their magazine section, and they were all laid out there. You didn't have to hide anything.
Well, now.
Oh, it's probably 8 years ago. I'm just saying.
I still don't understand why magazine. Okay, I'm gonna sound like a hippie in a sense.
Why magazines still exist?
Yeah, exactly. Why magazines. And newspapers, let's be honest, they've been dying for years.
I work with people that were from the newspaper because they said they were driving to work one day and realized that they were in a dying industry and they needed to find a new job.
Man, what a realization on your way to get
that really sucks.
Fucking coffee on your way to your job. It's like, going to edit the newspaper.
Yeah, he realized that. Not too long.
That's like all. What is all?
See the newspapers lining every street, and now as he's driving to work, he sees one.
I feel.
Yeah, we need to have a. We need to have a. Yeah, we need to start a business so we get all the ex Blockbuster, all the ex Circuit City, Toys R Us.
What are we gonna fill all of our doggies' kennels with?
Adafruit bought Radio Shack.
Oh, that's
green sheet.
Yeah, I think I remember
that. That's the answer to that.
I wonder what they're
gonna fill your doggies' kennels with green sheet.
Green sheet brings you buyers.
It's like Craigslist in paper form.
Craigslist really did. Craigslist really boomed. It started the whole internet buying and selling and trading thing.
Did anybody ever use FreeCycle?
I used FreeCycle a few times.
I used FreeCycle quite a bit for several years.
I have no idea what the hell you guys are talking about.
These are all classified ads.
Was it a Yahoo thing?
Yeah, I think it was.
Someone sponsored it, and basically what would happen is you would get emails. This is just really dating the situation, but you would get an email and it would say free cycle on it, and then it would say what that person was giving away.
Yeah,
And so you
I remember that.
100 emails in one day of people giving away stuff, but you wanted to always check your email because if you were the first one to
Well,
reply,
now they
you
just
got
do it with
that free
Facebook
thing.
Marketplace.
Yeah.
Right, but nothing's free there. I mean, I hardly ever see anything free on Facebook.
I think
Marketplace.
last year
I gave away the couch. I still couldn't give it away for free.
Some things, yeah, aren't worth free.
Last year, I believe, or maybe the year before, Craigslist finally did away with one of their personal sections, their
Right.
independent counter section, but
It's still prostitution that's highlighted.
Not just intimate. It was there was a few sections that they got rid of in the personals.
my favorite one was always to read the mist encounters.
Yeah.
Yes.
It's like you were walking down the Kroger aisle and I smelled your breath and your cherry lip balm. It's like,
yeah,
how
it was like
vague
you were
can
wearing
these
a.
be?
Well, they would describe what they were wearing, but I'm like, who goes home after a long day?
It probably
and
was
says,
me with my cherry
Let me look
chapstick.
and see if someone missed an encounter with me today. That is so odd. I wonder if anyone ever received honest feedback.
Or
I
it's
don't know.
or it's other people just
I wonder, you
like,
know,
oh yeah, I'm that
probably-
guy.
I want to go through Craigslist and like find people. And
That sounds
see-
creepy.
But here's my thing. I want
to stalk people on Craigslist.
Okay.
I'm gonna go to Reddit.
Who are you?
I'm gonna
Holy
go to Reddit.
crap.
I'm gonna go to Reddit. And I'm gonna request an AMA of anybody who found their soulmate, lover, or a date off of Craigslist.
I think
Oh,
that's
I
already
used to
been
go on
an
dates.
Ask
I've been
AMA
on some Craigslist dates.
or Ask Reddit. Yeah, I've done it. I've actually
I've
had.
done a few Craigslist
I
dates.
know the whole Pink Floyd thing. I know.
Yeah, but I mean, I didn't even think I
You've
was
never
gonna get a
dated anyone
response
on
from it.
Craigslist?
I think I met one person on Craigslist, and it was more like a bang and go.
Yeah, that's kind of what I was looking for at the time, and it was some like ultra Christian guy. So
So yeah,
Fail.
nothing happened.
So how is that
Well-
different than OkCupid?
It's like, whoa, you gotta leave room for Jesus
I
in
met-
between us.
I met a couple guys off OkCupid also, and
They
one
turned
of
out
them
great.
Went okay. Yeah.
I signed up. Okay, this is back before I got married. I signed up for that. What was it? eHarmony, where you take that entire quiz and everything, and they
I
That
took
was a
that
horrible
test,
waste
and they
of time.
shot me a message
Yeah.
back saying they couldn't match me with anybody.
Me too. And if I
No.
needed, yeah, but it just felt like
Did they see what y'all looked like?
no. But it was just like
Oh,
with all the stuff that we put in there, you could at least like lie to me and say, "Okay, we found somebody. If you would like to know more, please give
Pay
us
10
money."
times more
Well,
than
no,
the
they would
next
give you the
person.
free weekends, right? It would be like, oh,
No, this is
Friday to
before
Sunday.
the-
weekend.
This is before the free weekend.
Well,
You
so
gotta
I
remember.
signed up for the free weekend, right? And they would let you get on there, but they wouldn't let you post your photo,
Right.
nor would they let you see anyone else's photo.
It's like blind dates.
I know.
well,
I'm
it's
like,
good. I mean, that makes sense, but yeah,
if it's free weekend,
There's-
then give it to me for free. Don't censor it to the point of non-usable. Like,
Right.
I'm not getting a good sample of what it was. I actually had the intention on paying for it if I liked it, but because they didn't give me an accurate depiction of what I would be getting once I paid, I did not pay.
Did
Up
you
in-
feel lied to?
I felt deceived, yes,
Up until I
which is much like dating period. So
met
it's
my,
fine.
up until I met my current wife, I was on Plenty of Fish since the age of 18.
We know.
Whoa, you didn't get off the whole time?
I closed it down and remade a few, and then they kicked my account a couple times because
Yeah.
I
This is
like.
so depressing.
No, I
Yeah.
enjoyed copy and paste messages. It was the easiest thing
Oh,
to do.
so my roommate actually did that, and he went to collage, and he was trying to meet girls. Collage.
He
'cause
went to
he's-
where?
Are you
collage.
saying college or?
He spelled. No. He actually spelled it collage. So
What did he mean?
yeah, no, that's actually how he spelled it. Anyway.
Okay, the word is college.
I know, but he spelled it wrong, and we made fun of him because we found that he was messaging girls on MySpace with the same copy and paste, like introduction.
Mine was always just like, "Hi, how are you? I read your profile. I thought you were interesting, so I figured I'd send you a message."
Here's my resume and the cover letter, and
What?
Very creepy. Holy
That's
crap,
not
that is
creepy.
a red flag.
Here's
No,
my
it's
credit
not.
score.
You read somebody's profile, and if
Oh
you
my
like
gosh,
what
a
they're
credit
saying-
score will get her wet faster than anything.
Oh, yeah.
Credit score.
Credits.
Yeah.
Hello.
Like, I have an
Credit
Amex
score.
Black card, and
Ready
like,
to
Like
bang.
anything over 750, yeah, you already are practically married. It does not
Yeah.
matter.
But,
She
you know,
will
that's the
eat out of
thing.
your
I
hand.
went on
It's
there.
fine.
One of the like y'all always accredit
Okay.
me for being an
If
asshole.
you get a 750, excuse me, I need new panties.
Y'all always
Excuse me, there's a
accredit me.
waterfall going on. I'm gonna need to go take care of this.
Y'all always accredit me for being
Can
an
you
asshole.
use your credit card to buy me some new
Yeah.
underwear? Thank
So, y'all always call me an asshole and say I'm an asshole.
We
But
believe
in
it.
my profile, I was very blatant. I was like, you know, I have a job, a car, and I don't live at home. Like,
you
Why
probably
you
had,
gotta lie to him like that?
you probably had a
Shut the fuck
fedora
up.
as
He
well.
wasn't lying. He didn't live at home.
Yeah, that's true. You probably had a fedora on in this picture too,
fuck
My
off.
lady.
my
I
lady.
wasn't one of the neckbeards.
Anyone
Just 'cause
ever
I like a
said
certain
"milady" to
hat,
me,
those
I would be like
those fucking idiots
barfing in my
ruin.
mouth. Honestly, I can't stand that type of.
Exactly, right?
I don't know that anyone can. I mean, obviously it works on some level. I don't think they would continue to do it
No,
forever.
no, it doesn't.
So you're saying there's no woman on the planet that would accept that?
So what's? I was figuring, is there a lady neckbeard? Like, is there equivalent of
Right,
like
there's an equivalent.
of
There
like
has
wearing
to
a
be.
fedora and like, you know, like the milady thing, but like reverse.
Are we googling this?
Yeah, I'm googling lady neckbeard.
Perfect.
It's probably like a band name or something like that.
Right.
Bare naked lady neckbeard.
Yeah, beard
Ladies
like
and
lady
gentlemen,
neckbeard.
please welcome Lady Neckbird.
Oh my god, I got a picture I don't
Let
like.
me see. Whoa. Okay.
Oh
Yeah.
man, how do I drop this to chat? I'm on
Don't
my
please
phone.
don't.
Yeah,
No,
let's-
because that's a person. That is a person with feelings.
Okay.
Yeah, I don't.
Although
Yes.
I kind of want to see it.
No.
That is a person with feelings. Yeah.
Yeah.
We
Not
can
something
shit
we're
on
actually gonna share on the notes on this video.
As long as we don't, you know, put it as a.
Yeah.
We're not gonna put it in the linky
Go for it.
juice.
Thank you.
Yeah,
Sorry,
we're
guys,
not
you
we're
guys-
not like Seinfeld. We're not like four like horrible people that know each other. I mean, that's kind of true. But
Well, yeah, we are, but
Well, wait a minute.
we want to hide it a little bit.
so who's gonna be? Oh, I'm Costanza apparently, but who's gonna be
I'm
Elaine?
Costanza. I'm the one who busts in with randomness.
Oh no, you're
Oh,
Kramer.
Yeah, Kramer. Wait. Oh yeah.
I
I'm
would
sorry.
say I'm
Watch your mouth.
Seinfeld.
I think I just get Kramer and Costanza.
I guess
mixed.
I'm whoever the chick is.
Here's the picture. Elaine.
You're Elaine, yes.
Actually,
I'm
you can be
Seinfeld.
Bubble Boy.
You
Oh, no,
probably
I'm
dance.
Seinfeld.
You probably dance better than. Oh wow.
I know. I'm
I just
Seinfeld.
opened the
Oh,
picture
wow,
that you
for
sent me.
I'm sorry.
When he typed in neckbeard, he didn't actually mean neckbeard, but that's what he got a picture of.
Well, I mean, it is self-descriptive, but I mean, I have a neck
Very.
beard too, but
That's her. That is her. She's got the MLP shirt on.
Ask
No,
Reddit.
show him that picture.
Which one?
The one with the
The one I
MLP
just.
shirt. Her.
just- oh.
Yes.
I mean,
the
hey,
Barbie
hey,
shirt.
hey, you got 2.5 bronies here.
And there's nothing wrong with that, but this is probably
Well, as long
the
as you're
chick
not a
that
fucking
would-
clopper, you're okay in my book.
Okay, good.
I'm getting confused by all the different
Wait.
terminology.
Okay, so MLP, My Little Pony, also
I know
Major
that.
League, Major League. Oh, that's not Major. Oh, that's MLB. Anyway, yes, there's conventions.
But not for you.
I'm sure there are. But anyway, next. What's up?
Reddit. Reddit, what's the female equivalent to a neckbeard? Edit. I mean neckbeard is in colloquialism for like those brony milady dudes, but thank you for commenting, those of you.
The
who-
Simpsons comic book guy.
What are people
Roost,
saying?
Ask Reddit.
Jamie Lee Presley? That,
That doesn't make sense.
I don't understand. Neck beard equals leg beard. Fedora equals horn-rimmed glasses. Anime shirt equals polka dotted shirt. Butt hurt equals clam hurt.
Okay, Yeah, that's pretty good.
I mean, kind of, yeah.
I can see it.
Brightly dyed hair. That was the first thing I thought of.
What, brightly dyed hair?
I thought of,
Not saying that all people with brightly dyed hair are bad, but like the neck beard, I feel it's been co-opted by douchebags.
Yeah, and I believe that also.
Armpit
there
or
are
leg
some
hair.
great people who aren't in that category who have brightly colored hair, but I think that brightly colored hair would be a good visual, to get you into that category, I'm sure.
Oh man. So this second re-inaugural episode.
I think we're about over, aren't we? It's been over an hour. Oh, sorry, I lost audio.
Milady.
Hey, I lost audio, so I'm back.
Oh, we didn't
Welcome
notice.
So it is now close to midnight.
Yeah.
So I suggest we
Wrap it before we tap it.
Yeah.
So
I'm good for that.
in the age-old tradition of autocorrect,
After dark.
We don't have Otto, unfortunately. He's too busy being an adult and like traveling and like probably saving the world. I'm not sure.
After hours.
And the podcast is named after Otto, and like he's only been on one episode.
I'm sorry, I know we're trying to wrap it up, but honestly, do any of you remember those call-in lines that?
Oh, call 1-900 fuck me hard daddy. Like those.
Do y'all remember those? That was like my middle school time.
Wait, is that? You didn't work for one of those in middle school, did you?
I did not.
Okay.
But they had some that you would call in, where you weren't calling in to talk to a sex operator, but you were calling in to connect with other people.
Oh, like party lines.
Party lines. Thank you. So yeah, did any of you guys use those?
no.
Oh, me and my friends did all the time.
It's like man,
Yeah,
that's
we were-
No.
chat rooms.
Yeah, I was gonna say you guys. I had AOL chat rooms. That was even worse.
Yeah.
Oh well, yeah, I used chat rooms too.
Like-
Absolutely.
I'm a
But actually-
14-year-old girl.
I'm
Yeah.
talking about before chat rooms were really that prevalent. I know they've been around a long time.
I
But
was
I'm
in
saying,
the AOL chat rooms, the Yahoo chat rooms. I was scum of the earth.
I like the Yahoo chat rooms because you play. They had the Yahoo games, and you could play like pool or poker. Or...
oh, I don't
I
remember
like
all
the
that.
8-ball pool.
Yeah, that was
I
fun.
feel like I'm a couple years off from you guys.
Okay.
as far as, like,
Well, remember he had a dial on the dial, like what is it, rotary dial phones, and then
Oh my god.
Your-
oh, Mitch, you're dismissed.
Okay,
Okay.
so Mitch is in control of the audio for this, so he's gonna have to pull up my song.
you have a song.
Oh
the
god,
song.
this song.
This is the song of your people.
My song for autocorrect.
The ice cream truck.
No, that's your song.
The wheels on the bus
I
go.
honestly don't know what song you're talking about.
That one she played with all the I'm sorries. The Lo Siento song. Just type in Lo Siento and see what comes up. La Cucaracha. Can we do it to a different song? Can we pick it?
There's
Like I'm sorry,
a reason-
2005 by Ruben Studdard.
No, not that song.
It's close.
Uh,
Now, please keep in mind we do not have the rights for this song. Because-
which means we can't legally use it.
we can post a link later.
Probably not. Yeah. Okay, that sounds good. All right, I think it's time to sign off.
I think so. Oh,
so-
Patsy Cline.
That's fine. That
Okay.
Yes.
Yeah, hold
I mean,
on.
I don't
So-
think
Actually, why
anybody
don't you
should.
just sing it? Because then, yeah, I don't think we're hurting anything.
Oh no. Okay.
I'm so sorry. That's right. yeah.
Okay,
I'm
so
sorry, 2005.
Okay.
let me see. Pulling up the lyrics for that song. That way we don't have to.
Oh yeah, Ruben Studdard. I remember
Yeah.
him.
Well, you caught on.
Whoa, that was like 4 minutes ago.
Oh. No, I was thinking Ruben, the guy, Mr. Bean.
That's what I was thinking. Only 2 Rubens I know are the Sandwich and Stuttered.
And then I'm like, oh yeah, Clay Aiken, and that guy.
Oh yeah,
Clay Aiken, isn't it great? He turned out to be gay.
Well,
what's wrong with that?
I mean,
I just think it was like he tried hiding it, and like he went on the press saying, "I'm not gay." And then, like 4 years later, okay, I like dick a lot.
I wonder
they
what he's
probably
doing
told him
now.
Not to admit it, honestly.
He's I don't know. Let's look up. He's probably.
He looks like a bobblehead to me.
What does that mean?
Clay Aiken, 2018.
Okay, so
Honey Boo Boo, 2018.
Actually, he's doing a bunch of charity stuff, which is awesome.
Whoa, what happened to his hair?
I know. He
He
actually
touched
looks good
Jack
now.
Frost. I don't know.
He actually does look better than I remember him, to be honest.
Huh.
go ahead and play this because it does not have the lyrics. It's just the
Okay.
Potato.
karaoke of it.
I'm gonna play this with music on
Karaoke.
and see if it shows up. Okay.
Clay Aiken in.
I'll let you know when it's playing.
Who, what? Oh. Who's that one guy?
Adam Lambert.
Oh, this is a karaoke version.
Yeah, so it's free to play.
Who's singing it?
No one. No one's singing it. Are we singing this?
3, 2, 1. I'm sorry. So sorry
Well, I am
that
sorry.
I was such
I
a
am sorry
fool.
to-
that everyone signed off, I think we should.
Okay. I think we're gonna
I am
edit that
sorry
part
to
out,
hear
and
the
then
music.
that's gonna be the end.
London. I am sorry to the people who love David Tennant because God knows I do. I am sorry to the people who are considered lady neckbeards.
I'm not.
I am sorry to the people who liked Cowboys of Moo Mesa.
Hey!
Hey, hey.
I am sorry to the people who really enjoyed
Clay
our
Aiken.
previous sets because I think they have gotten better. And most of all,
Wait, the previous ones have gotten better, or the new ones?
Yeah, exactly.
yeah, the previous
We
set
set
we've
a
done.
new standard of low.
Yes.
Aw. And I'm
I am sorry to the people who enjoyed horror movies that we have completely destroyed. And I am sorry. I am sorry to people who actually liked the dinosaur movie with Whoopi Goldberg in
Hey. No, I didn't like it either.
it.
There's no being sorry about that movie.
And I am sorry if we have offended you. Good night, all.
Bye.
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 Bye. I'm sorry. So sorry. Do 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 boo boo. Bebop the bop. Okay.
Are you a robot?
I'm still recording. Do you want me to stop recording?
I don't
Please.
care.
Yes.
Whatever.
Okay.
Stop recording.
It's our new outro.